Now just the term "the match" conjures up all kinds of epic expectations. There's also a movie of the same name. Incidentally, it's a sports drama. But that's not what we're talking about today. We're looking at a golf match, and it's called just that, the match, probably because it doesn't need much explanation anyway. And this year, it features the return of none other than Tiger Woods. So let's get into the video. First up, Tiger Woods will be joining forces with Rory McIlroy. The two will face off against two other professional golfers. That's Justin Thomas and Jordan Spieth. The latest edition of the match will be played next month in Florida. The announcement was made by Warner Bros. Discovery Sports, WBD Sports, on Monday. This is the 7th installment of the event, and it's basically going to benefit the victims of Hurricane Ian. All of the previous 6 matches have raised almost a whopping $33 million that have gone to various charity organizations, and more than 27 million meals have been provided through Feeding America. It's going to be a 12-hole match and will take place on the 10th of December starting at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. The location is the Pelican Golf Club in Bel Air, Florida. You'll be able to watch it on TNT, TBS, truTV, and HLN. This is the 3rd time that Woods is appearing in the series. For the other 3, McIlroy, Thomas, and Spieth, it will be their first outing for the match. But could this be the event that brings Woods back into his winning form? The 82-time PGA Tour winner is currently ranked at number 1,206 in the official world golf ranking. That's 7 spots lower than his previous lowest ranking. Early last year, he suffered some severe lower body injuries in a car crash. Let's take a look at Woods' record in the series. Now, Woods has been around since the series started back in 2018. He played against Phil Mickelson face-to-face with prize money of $10 million for the winner. Now, we can only imagine what a duel it must have been as the two most successful players of the last 20 years went head-to-head with each other. While the two were friends, they obviously had a healthy rivalry too. Woods lost to Mickelson at the inaugural event, but that wasn't it. They had a second matchup. Initially, the event was meant to be a pay-per-view product by Turner Sports, but some kind of technical glitch meant that the event was streamed for free, and Turner had to give refunds to those who had already paid. In the second edition, both of golf's great frenemies returned to the match. This was an interesting one because NFL legends Tom Brady and Peyton Manning also partnered up with the golf greats. This time, the team of Woods and Manning emerged victorious. But since then, the Woods-Mickelson showdown hasn't happened in the series. Mickelson did appear in later editions, and this year will be Woods' 3rd appearance in the series. Let's learn more about this series called The Match. This particular golf match is unique in many ways. For starters, it's mainly an exhibition game, which makes sense given that it was envisioned by a Hollywood agent. The event features major professional golfers and even other notable athletes who face each other in a head-to-head competition. The format has varied over the course of time. 3 of the 5 entries featured a best ball format, where the professional golfers were paired with a professional American football quarterback, or in one case, a basketball player. The event has elements of sports entertainment, particularly sports betting in which the contestants actually wager a part of their prize on side bets during the contest. Turner Sports has shown all the events on TV, but since 2020, 2 editions of the match have been held each year, one in the spring and the other over Thanksgiving weekend. It was Jack Wiggum, a Hollywood agent, and Brian Zurif, a film and TV producer, who had the idea for the event. Zurif was a fan of the Skins game. This was an official PGA Tour unofficial event that was held around Thanksgiving weekend, and they sort of wanted to recreate that feeling, but better. Wiggum explained it as a golf event that was basically played in the same way one would play with their friends on the weekend, placing bets on everything and lots of talking smack, and this continuous banter of giving each other grief, but in a fun, friendly, competitive kind of way. This is why when you watch the match, you can hear everything the golfers are saying. Meanwhile, here's other stars who have played in the series. So far, we have only been talking about Woods and Mickelson. Well, actually, mostly Woods, but some other prominent names have also featured in the match as it became increasingly popular, and it hasn't always just been golfers. Basketball great Stephen Curry teamed up with football star Peyton Manning in the 3rd edition. They went up against Mickelson and Charles Barkley, the NFL Hall of Famer. For the 4th edition, Mickelson and Tom Brady went up against pro golfer Bryson DeChambeau and NFL player Aaron Rodgers. Getting non-golfers to play alongside the pros was just such a great way of bringing newer audiences to the game, especially one that was more relaxed and entertaining. Now let's take a closer look at who else is playing in the upcoming edition in December. Woods will be playing with Rory McIlroy, who also happens to be his business partner. The Northern Irish Irishman is currently the world's #1 in the official world golf ranking, and he spent a total of 100 weeks in that position during his career. He's a member of both the European and PGA Tours. The pair will go up against the 2022 President Cup winning tandem of Jordan Spieth and Justin Thomas. Spieth is a former world #1 and a 3-time major winner and the 2015 FedEx Cup champion. He was the youngest US Open champion since amateur Bobby Jones back in 1923. He's also had 13 PGA Tour wins so far. Thomas is also a former world #1. In 2017, Thomas had a breakout year, winning 5 PGA Tour events and the FedEx Cup championship. He has won 2 major golf championships, winning the PGA Championship in 2017 and again in 2022. In May 2018, Thomas became the 21st player to top the official world golf ranking. Looks like it's going to be one riveting match with 4 world #1s playing together. Meanwhile, Tiger Woods' golf ball is about to go under the hammer. The particular ball could fetch a cool $50,000 at an auction. Why? This is the one he hit a hole-in-one with at his first pro game. The man announced his arrival in the PGA Tour with a bang by sinking a hole-in-one at his very first pro event. And now you have a chance to own the ball that was struck by the fateful 6-iron. Heritage Auctions is the company that's offering the Titleist Woods aced in 1996. It's a very rare bit of memorabilia, and not just because it belongs to one of the greatest, if not the greatest golfers of all time. While he's won a staggering 82 PGA tournaments and 15 majors, he's only hit a total of 3 holes in one. So even for someone of his skill and talent, this is rare. The sports consignment director at the auction house, Chris Narrett, agrees. He said it's difficult to equate the importance of this ball to something in another sport. Someone hitting a home run or scoring a touchdown in their first game is pretty neat, but it doesn't compare. That's because those things, while exceedingly difficult and impressive, are significantly more common than a hole-in-one. Lastly, there's an interesting story behind the ball too. Of course, other than the fact that it's rare in terms of the feat, there's another story that makes it pretty damn interesting. It has been with Bob Gustin for the past 26 years, and how he got it is just pure luck. He went to see Woods' pro debut at the Greater Milwaukee Open with his brother-in-law David Beck. The two were part of a crowd that convinced Woods to throw them the ball after he'd aced the 14th hole. Beck reached up for the ball, deflected it, and it ended up in Gustin's possession, and that's how he came to own the most important piece of golf memorabilia. What added even more value to it was that the director of the tournament helped them get the ball signed by Woods too. And now he's ready to pass on this piece of history to someone else, even though he's loved owning it. And when the sale goes through, he's going to pay back his brother-in-law who helped him get it in the first place. Gustin said that whatever amount he gets for the ball, he's going to split it with his brother-in-law David. He acknowledged that if it wasn't for him deflecting the ball, there's no way he would have gotten it. Once it's sold, both of them will enjoy the spoils. That's a wrap for this video. Will you be watching the match on the 10th of December? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.